You done?
And I...
Hi everybody and welcome back to our channel, Around the World Eats. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Anna. Every week we throw a dart at a map, which we have right here. And wherever that dart lands, we find something to cook from that country. And last week we landed in
It's on fire. Last week we landed on Iraq, so we're going to be cooking beef kebab and basmati saffron rice today. And we accidentally thought that we had landed on Iran by mistake, and so we actually had looked up and bought ingredients for a Persian recipe. And so
we looked up, when we realized our mistake, we looked up to see what the kebab recipes are from Iraq, and there was a lot of crossover, and since it's a Persian recipe, and both Iraq and Iran were part of the Persian Empire at some point, we thought it would be still valuable to continue through with the recipe that we originally picked.
as the influence that the Persian Empire had on that entire region was very strong, and so they do eat this in both countries, from what I've gathered.
From what we were able to find. So, yeah.
The ingredients that we need for this recipe are...
We have 1 tablespoon of ghee.
And that is...
Clarified butter. We have, how many cups of rice?
That's 2 cups.
2 cups of rice. The recipe usually calls for 2 Roma tomatoes, but we just did 1.
And that's going to be for the side, so whatever vegetables you want to eat with this. Usually they do peppers and tomatoes and things like that. So
we have a 1/4 of a teaspoon of saffron. We got about a pound of meat here. It calls for like a little less than a pound of meat.
Ground beef.
Ground beef.
Ground beef.
Ground beef.
Ground beef. We also have onion. We have a half of a white onion, and that's been very choppy. I cannot speak today, much less any other day.
Very choppy.
We have very finely chopped white onion. We also have turmeric, and that is going to be 1/4 of a teaspoon turmeric. We have salt, 3/4 of a teaspoon salt. I'm going to try and get my measurements correct this week. And lastly, we have pepper, and that is 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper.
So we already have the water started boiling to get the rice ready. We just filled the pot just enough that it would submerge the rice, and the water, it looks like it's ready. So our water's ready, so we're gonna go ahead and put the rice in. Rice in the bowl. Woo! So while the rice is cooking, we're gonna go ahead and start preparing the next part. So once the rice is ready, about 7 minutes to get it al dente style, we're going to go ahead and create the water and saffron mix. So we're going to mix 1/8 of a cup of water into the saffron, and that is going to go into the rice when it's ready.
Wow, that immediately turned yellow.
Just need a little like barista swirl.
Swirly swirl.
Yeah, nice little like barista swirl. All over my hand.
Oh. We are also going to prep our kebab mixture, and that's going to be our beef, our onion, the salt, and the pepper. And then this ingredient is optional. This is turmeric, but we're all about the flavors and the new experiences, so in she goes.
Turmeric it is.
al dente, so I'm going to strain this. So we've strained our rice. We're gonna put our ghee in the bottom of this pot. And it actually, I feel like this has a way lower melting point than regular butter.
Oh yeah. And the rice goes back in.
So it says to create kind of like little holes to the bottom of the pot so that the
Steam can release.
steam can release.
Right, here we go.
Put it back on. Sure. Okay.
Let's do it.
Alrighty. So now that we have the rice back in our pot and it's kind of steamy, we're gonna put some more ghee into the pot. Actually, it's gonna be the ghee that we measured out.
Ooh,
So it's gonna be this one.
Okay, here we go.
And then we're also gonna be adding in this, the saffron mixture.
So in goes the ghee. So we have a swirl. And then in goes the pretty looking saffron mixture. Do we need to mix it in? So we've got the saffron water mixed in. We have the ghee mixed in. We're going to give it a little bit of time to continue to just steam and do its thing. Also, while we're doing that, part of the recipe calls for putting a towel over, so the towel is going to catch the steam as it cooks. So this is our second towel since we caught the other one on fire. Alright. I feel like you turn all of ours into a drinking game and take a shot every time we try to catch the house on fire. There we go. Alright. Okay. We're gonna mess this up anyway.
So while we are waiting for our rice to steam on our pot, we are going to form our meat mixture into little patties so that we can throw them onto our pan so that our kebabs can cook. I love the smell of raw onions. Our ghee is melted on our stove, and so we are going to put our kebab patties. That's, I think, a piece of onion.
That was a sentence.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh.
All right, it's time to flip them. It's been 3 minutes. Here we go.
This is really splattering. Oh no. Okay, that one's good, that one's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oop. Woo! Nice. Good. So our kebabs are finished, which we learned that kebab is translated into
Roasted
meat, and that shish kebab is skewered roasted meat. So
We just have kebab.
yeah. So the next thing that we do is we're going to roast the tomato.
So while we're waiting the last couple of minutes for our rice to get done steaming, we are going to give you some fun facts about Iraq.
Fun facts time!
Alright, so our first fun fact is that in Arabic, Iraq means well-watered, fertile, and deeply rooted.
The two major rivers in Iraq are the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers.
In Iraq, they sometimes celebrate 2 New Years. The first is the New Year's that we in the United States know, which is based on the Gregorian calendar. There's another calendar that they follow, the Muslim calendar, and the New Year's that they celebrate on the Muslim calendar is called Muharram.
So the traditional I'm gonna try that again.
And action.
So the traditional music in Iraq is makam. It's a poetry, and it's been described as slow and heart-wrenching. We listened to some of it, and it has that very, really pretty, kind of almost what we would consider a twang to it. So yeah, we were listening to this very beautiful music.
The ancient superstition of being afraid of black cats comes from Iraq, and also something else that comes from Iraq is the way that we measure day and night in 12-hour increments.
And then the final one is that it's actually offensive to eat with your left hand. So in Iraq, you use your right hand for shaking, for eating, for shaking hand. Okay, yeah. Use my hand. In Iraq, you use your right hand for shaking hands with someone, for eating, for doing all of the things that like your clean hand would do, and then your left hand is for like when you go to the bathroom, for wiping and kind of doing like the dirty things. And so you have both hands have their own separate purposes, which is very different from here. I mean, that's not even something that we necessarily consider.
So out of respect, we're going to be eating with our right hands today.
Yeah. Oh, you also don't use utensils when you eat as well.
So we're going to be eating with our right hands without utensils.
Hey!
Alrighty, so I think our rice is done.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the moment of truth. I'm so nervous.
Here we go. Alright.
All the burners are off. Nothing can catch on fire. Okay. Woo. Oh, that is burnt.
Oh man.
That is burnt. We've come to the part of it.
We're at the part. Wow. Pass it on.
We're at the part. We are at the part in the video. I can't even say it.
Wow. Okay, let's do this. All right, it is time to try our dish for the day. So, like we said before, we are going to eat without utensils, and we're going to eat with our right hand.
And keep it behind my back because I'm gonna mess up.
Yeah, how do you do that?
I think we just. So the rice, I'm guessing we just.
The rice goes
Can
first.
do this. I don't know if we're gonna be able to try it together. So let's shoot the
Let's do
rice, and then.
Tink. That's a good flavor.
None.
There we go.
Tink. I like that a lot. The spices that are in it aren't very overwhelming, and so I think that really caters to like our tastes because we do eat a lot more mild food here.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and have Anthony give the dish a try, and we'll see what we decide.
Hello, food lovers. My name's Anthony. I'm Stephanie's fiance, and today I'm traveling to Iraq to try their beef kebab and basmati saffron rice. So I'm told that I need to eat this with my right hand and no utensils. We're gonna dig right in. It looks really delicious, so I'm very excited. And the rice tastes a little overcooked, but it's good. I like the flavor of it. I'm not really sure other than saffron where that comes from, but I'm gonna try one more bite. That's really interesting. Never had anything like that before. So now what I'm really here for is beef. Oh wow. That is way more tender than I thought it was gonna be. It's just pulled apart really easily. And I definitely taste onion also. It kind of almost tastes like hamburger meat, but it's definitely different. But overall, I think this is really good, and I think that you girls did a good job.
All right, it is time for the weekly dart throw. All right, eyes closed.
That's the ocean.
Ready? China.
I'm gonna stick that in the hole a little better. China.
China, we're coming for you.
Thanks for watching. We hope you liked our video. So if you liked what you saw, you can like, you can subscribe, and we try and upload on Sundays. So we'll see you next week for China.
Woo. Bye, everyone.